Hello there, S2. I hope you're all doing well. If you don't know me, I'm Mr. Roger Phillips. I'm the head of philosophy and religion. Now, all of you guys will have some tricky decisions coming up. You've got to start deciding what are you going to study for the rest of your life. But more importantly, what are you going to study next year? And to a certain extent, this is going to be informed by what you want to do with your life, how the columns line up, but I want to put in a little word and a reminder to you to remember to choose subjects that you enjoy, subjects that are fun and interesting. One of the questions that we get asked as a department all the time is what is the difference between the National 5 RMPS course and the National 5 Philosophy course? Both of them are logical follow-ons from the philosophy and religion course that you've been studying. So we just wanted to take some time this week to show you what the difference is. So I'm going to very quickly explain it to you now, and then I'm going to set you off on a couple of tasks for this lesson, which will show you the difference in terms of the sort of question that we'll be discussing. The lesson will finish, as usual, with a 20-minute or so get together with your teacher, where they will talk to you about the questions that we've had a look at during this lesson. So, let's start by discussing what RMPS and philosophy have in common. Well, both of them are available at National 5. They both use similar skills, so critical thinking, analysis, evaluation. These are skills that are going to be super useful to you, whatever you decide to do with your life, whether it's medicine or law or economics, whether you want to become a super rich business person, being able to think critically, analyse what's going on and weigh up the options are the skills that we learn in philosophy and RMPS. Both courses are examined in really similar ways, so they both have an exam paper and an assignment, and both courses have similar next steps. You can go on to do philosophy and RMPS at higher, or sociology, psychology at higher as well as advanced higher RMPS. As I say, the options are endless with both philosophy and RMPS because what they teach you are essential skills to success in any area of life that involves thinking. Right, let's get into this. What is RMPS? Well, the first thing that you need to know is that it stands for Religious, Moral and Philosophical Studies. We're looking at the questions of what is right and what is wrong. We're looking at what religion actually is, and in the National 5 course, we look at three big questions. Question number 1 is about a religion. We will either look at Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Islam, Hinduism, or Sikhism, and we'll ask the question, what is that religion all about? In morality, we're essentially asking questions about life and death, what is right and what is wrong. And we will either look at questions of war, of medical ethics, of relationships, and it's really up to the class to decide what we choose. Finally, you will look at a philosophical question, something like why does the universe exist? Or if God exists, why would he allow evil or suffering? Or even the question, does God exist at all? Which topics we choose at National 5 RMPS are entirely up to the class. One of the first things that we do is have a vote. What religion do you want to study? What moral issue do you want to study? And what philosophical question do you want to study? So there's a real chance in the RMPS course for you to choose your own path and learn what's interesting to you. But in answering all of the questions, you know that you're going to draw on a wide range of philosophical, scientific, and religious ideas. In a few minutes' time, you're going to have a look at a medical ethics topic on saviour siblings, and you're going to ask the question, is it right to bring a child into the world just in order to save a child that you already have? So look forward to that when you scroll down in a minute. Now, the next question, what is philosophy? Well, as you'll know from your philosophy and religion course, the word philosophy translates as love of wisdom. and it's all about answering the most difficult questions in the universe. It's important to note in philosophy there are no right or wrong answers, but some answers are definitely better than others. Just like with the RMPS course at National 5, we're going to look at 3 big questions. Number 1 is about the nature of arguments itself, and we ask what makes an argument a good argument, and how can somebody go on and win all of the arguments that they have. We will look at how to build an argument, how to destroy an argument, and we'll look at the common mistakes that people make when making arguments. If you want to rule the dinner table, this is the course for you. Secondly, we ask the question of morality. How should you and everybody in the world tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong? Is killing right? Is killing wrong? Is lying right? Is lying wrong? The morality question, we will compare those 2 ideas, and we'll look at philosophers from around the world and what they think the answer to the question is. The third question is the slippiest of them all. How do we know what we know? Do you really know anything at all? What is real? In a couple of minutes, you'll be able to scroll down and have a look at the philosophy of René Descartes. He asks, how do we know what we know? What is real? And he comes up with some very interesting problems for why we might doubt our senses and doubt everything that we know. So philosophy then brings together some really challenging, gigantic questions and looks at how philosophers throughout history have answered them. So as you move forward and you're going to ask yourself the question, what do I want to study next year? Remember that the skills in the philosophy and RMPS course are the same, but what we look at is going to be slightly different. Have a look at your columns, see what works, and if you have any questions, get in touch with your P&R teacher or send an email to the questions account. Thank you very much.